Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a short video out of frustration and laughter and I don't know what else. Long story short, I've been racing in the ARMA events, an 86 KX 250, and it's just not a woods bike. It's not fun in the woods. I mean, it's a fun bike, but it's just in between trees and everything. I messed with the gearing a little bit and stuff like that, and I wanted something else, and ultimately I wanted a KDX 200. Being I'm a Kawasaki guy, I'm partial to Kawasaki's. But anyway, I contemplated selling the KX and everything, and I was looking around at prices and all that. And I found one on Facebook that was local to me, well, within an hour, and it looked like a total piece of crap. Guy had it listed for $525, and it just, I shuddered to look at it. I mean, it was just, ugh. So it was on there for, I bet, almost a month, and I would look at it and look at it and look at other bikes and, other things. But anyway, I said, you know what? I sent him a couple emails. I said, screw it. I'm going to go down and look at the bike. And anyway, this is it. And this is what you have to deal with. I mean, I could start from, let's look. I zip tied the back fender back on. It's all busted up and cracked. Front fender. Now, the tank I did clean. I wet sanded the tank. Started with a 220, went to a 500, and then finished up with a 1200 and then buffed it out. This tank looks fabulous. Fabulous compared to the way it was. I mean, it was similar to the front fender, which is spent, by the way. I have to get another one of those. Missing the left side panel. The right side panel is down there. That one's all cracked up too, so I'm looking for side panels. But these are just some of the things you have to deal with. I mean, I was just, some people should not ever touch a wrench in their entire life. That's all there is to it. And I brought these bars down a little bit. I got to bring them down a little bit more, but the bars were way up in the air. And as you notice, front brake is totally gone. I don't know how you ride a motorcycle without a front brake. Back brake barely works. It sticks. Somebody had a hard crash right here, so I got to take all this apart and look at it. What else? I mean, other than being weathered, let's take a look at the front end. Anybody notice anything weird? I know I did. The forks are not only flipped side to side, but they're backwards. The the brakes should be on the left-hand side, and the axle should be leading axle in front. Yep, he was riding it like this. Unbelievable. So, you can look at the angle, the way, what the hell? Just stupid little things. Zip ties holding stuff on, stuff cracked up, a lot of little stuff I got to fix yet. This exact thing happened on my KX, so I know a way to fix that, so I'm going to do that. Wrong clutch cable. Don't you like the way you have it shoved down in there? It works, believe it or not, but... And then this is broken off. I got to find a way to fix that tab right there. What else? Tires are dry rotted and cracked. That's about it. I ordered a new clutch cable. I ordered the front brake system. I ordered the caliper, master cylinder, and the line. Got those coming. Got a manual coming. What else? New grips. Little odds and ends right now. Wheel bearings, both front and back, are spent. The wheels are wobbling. The chain actually wasn't too bad. I have that off right now and soaking. Sprockets aren't too bad. Wheels are straight. That's good. A little hole in this stator cover right here, and or flywheel cover. I kind of sealed it from the inside, and I took this off and I resealed that. So hopefully that's going to be good. Clean that out. The saving grace when I brought it home, first thing I did was a compression check, and it showed over 150 PSI on a compression check. Relieved. Oh my gosh. So I thought I was going to have to do at least the top end of the motor. When I picked it up, guy said it did run and it ran good, but he couldn't get it started in the last, couple times that he tried. So kind of figured the way the bike was when I picked it up, the way it looked and the way it kind of looks now. I'm not quite finished with it. But this bike, I guarantee you, has been leaned up against the outside of the shed in the rain and the elements for quite some time. I hate using the term road hard and put away wet because it's so old, but that was this bike. I mean, the mud, I cleaned this already. Mud just I mean, it was caked down below the carburetor, and I did the best I could for now on such short notice, but just, I mean, you could see on the other side, the inside of the frame rail, I didn't get very good there, but you notice shock cover is missing, dog bone cover is missing, so mud everywhere. Actually ordered those too. I'm going to put those on. Took the carburetor off, cleaned it up, going on the assumption that it did run good. When I took the air cleaner off, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my entire life. It was, and I should have took pictures of it, it was like primordial ooze in there laying at the bottom of the box. The foam covers, the air cleaners, were you could actually pick them up and they would stick to your hand. So they weren't that dirty though, so I have a suspicion what they did was got the spray oil that you, after you clean the reusable filter, and that for some reason they used to use a whole can on it. It was absolutely ridiculous. Soapy dishwater, like 2 or 3 times I washed those elements, and they're still a little bit oily, but they're acceptable, and I cleaned that all up. It's had the old air box cover, and cleaned that all up, degreased everything, put it back in. So I am getting close to doing a startup for the first time to see if everything works, and yeah, we'll go from there. So right now I'm going to fix the front forks. I'm going to put the chain back on, and the seat actually too. Oh, here's another thing. Well, I took it all apart. I have the seat pan over here. So the seat pan, the fit, it was a fairly new cover. It had a little rip there on the side. It's a fairly new cover. It looked decent. The foam was soaking wet, and apparently they just cut the old cover off. So when I took this cover off, it was just pieces of the old cover still laying in here. So they just got a razor blade and just went around the edges, cut the old cover off and went right. So with that being said, when you go to fold the new cover over top, it doesn't fit right because you got the old, fit the new cover over top, the old cover pieces are still there. So it just, horrible, horrible job. Again, whoever touched this bike should never pick up a wrench again in their entire life. But anyway, my short video turned into a long video, and I'm going to follow up with part 2, just me starting the bike as soon as I get this straightened away. Bye.